It is time for another Marvel Rivals unofficial character design kit. This time around, we dive into Gamora to join the rest of her Guardians of the Galaxy comrades on the battlefield. Let's go through what I would have in mind for her perfect kit. Gamora would take on the Duelist class, being more mobile but high damage output given her storylines and appearances in the comics and the MCU movies. Her basic attacks would allow for both hand-to-hand combat and the use of a pistol for ranged attacks, fully utilizing all of her skills she learned from her adopted father Thanos. The pistol Gamora uses would be a semi-automatic weapon to the player, but stick around to see how this can be upgraded into being a much more powerful firearm. Diving into her abilities, we start off with a sword strike. In the lore of Gamora, a consistent weapon of choice for her was the Godslayer sword. Her kit for Marvel Rivals would not be complete without adding this sword. This sword strike ability would provide a quick lunging attack towards a single enemy, dealing massive melee damage in a short amount of time. However, this ability would be a one strike only and not be capable of chaining to nearby opponents. To make up for this, the cooldown for this ability will be incredibly short. I'm thinking about in the area of 3 to 5 seconds. Even better, if the sword strike resulted in a kill, the cooldown is reduced to 1 second, giving Gamora the opportunity to quickly leap to the next enemy. Some of you may say that this is too OP, but remember that there are characters that play more of the healer role on the team, such as Mantis. Gamora's first ability alone would be a great way to punish novice Mantis players and reinforce the concept of a team-based multiplayer game. Remember how Gamora is trained by Thanos? Well, we would really see the savage strikes with this second ability with stealth takedown. Similar to other modern multiplayer titles, if you were to sneak behind an opponent undetected, you would be able to perform a stealth takedown. With Gamora's excellent skills with all kinds of melee weapons, if she were to sneak behind an enemy, she would be able to perform a stealth takedown. This is an instant elimination and will always have a cooldown of somewhere between 8 to 10 seconds. Sounds easy, right? Well, remember that the environments in Marvel Rivals are destructible, so this can play both sides with this ability for Gamora. She could hide behind debris, but at the same time, opponents can see her trying to hide and sneak up on them. Also, the ability is ultimately countered if the target is always facing towards Gamora, meaning that their back is never turned to her. This ability adds the learning curve for players looking to master Gamora and fully utilize the ability to strike at the best moment. Moving on to her third and final ability, we return to the Godslayer sword, but with an area of an effect or AoE attack. Upon activation, Gamora draws her trusted sword and begins rapidly spinning in a circle, slicing all buildings and opponents in its radius. If an opponent is in this spiral, they cannot escape until it ends. Additionally, for every elimination that Gamora gets when this ability is activated, its time is extended for another 1 second, rewarding players with successful uses of this and opening the door for game-altering plays. Gamora will be able to move at a slow speed when this ability is active, giving the player the ability to alter her direction and move closer to nearby opponents to trap them in the sword spiral. Now, her strongest ability is rightfully called the fiercest woman in the galaxy, aka Gamora's ultimate. At first, I thought to have her summon the giant weapon from her fight with Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but then I realized that this isn't exactly comic accurate. Then I came up with the idea to have her be able to run around the battlefield with her trusted Godslayer sword, but for an extended duration, dealing high damage and being a 2-strike kill to most characters on the Marvel Rivals roster. To make up for the time that will be spent running around towards opponents, Gamora will receive an armor upgrade, being able to absorb a high percentage of damage from opposing players, giving her the ability to moving quickly. Also, her top sprint speed will be increased as Gamora will do everything in her power to showcase why she should be feared in every Marvel universe as the daughter of Thanos. There are a lot of different ways that her ultimate ability can be integrated into her kit, so if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comment section down below, as I always love listening to new ideas. Now, recall back to earlier in the video when I mentioned that Gamora's base range attack would be her pistol, but that there would be a way to upgrade it. Well, her team-up ability with Rocket Raccoon is exactly how the pistol becomes a fully automatic fast-firing weapon. When near Rocket Raccoon, he will provide a tech upgrade for Gamora, allowing for an extended magazine and overall weapon enhancement for Gamora's pistol. In return, Gamora will be able to provide Rocket with a temporary shield, allowing Rocket to take some chunk of damage before it begins degrading his actual health bar. There's a lot more potential for further team-up abilities with all of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but know that we are still missing Drax the Destroyer from the character roster if Gamora would be added in. And that just about does it for this character kit. I do have several more in the pipeline, but if you want to see a specific character, let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Marvel Rivals videos that are coming soon to my channel. Until then, have a great rest of your day, wherever you may be.